Finally, I've got my hands on this NVM tuned M2 Stage 2 Plus. There's a lot of 2s in there. I've been dying to drive this car. Now we're going to start from the ground up and talk about some of the stuff that's been done to it. From the color of this car, like it's not standard. And as I said, it's a Stage 2 Plus, and it's running roughly 440 brake horsepower with methanol injection, so that helps with the cooling down of the engine or whatnot. So with big power, you need to make sure temperatures stay low in case anything explodes. You don't want nothing exploding. So it's a safe 440 brake horsepower. The wheels that we're running are lightweight wheels, so they're lighter than the factory wheels that come on this car, and they are wider front and rear, 10.5, and the fronts are 9.5. So that helps with the extra power that this car now obtains from that Stage 2 Plus tuned by NVM. It's wrapped in Michelin Pilot 4Ss. That is like the industry standard when it comes to performance or sports cars. Good rubber, and this has definitely got it. I've been up and down in this car a few minutes now, and you can get the back end out when you really want to. It is so stable, like when you really want it to be as well. So going up, it is on H&R springs that is lowered a bit, so you can tell from like in the pictures and in the video that it is slightly dropped. For the brakes, we have upgraded pads and fluids with the standard calipers, which surprisingly stops this car amazingly well. For engine upgrades now, we have a CSF intercooler, a BMS intake, and a Scorpion turbo back exhaust, which, as you can tell from the flybys and everything else, this car sounds insane, which is something that I really love about the N55. Now, with the new M2 competition with the S55 engine, arguably does not sound as good as this, regardless of what aftermarket exhaust you put on it. For me anyways, I think this sounds so much more superior with the bass that comes from this car. As you can tell from the wrap, it's not a standard BMW color. It is in Miami blue. It looks absolutely stunning with all the carbon fiber bits around it. A few of those little gold touches around the car that just sets it off. It's got some on the interior as well. Long-term viewers on my channel will know I've always loved the M2 since it came out around 2015, 2016. This car is a facelift model, so 2018 facelift with the icon LEDs, which if you are going to go for this car, then obviously that is a must-have option. They look absolutely stunning. So now this car has a little map feature in it. When you turn traction control off, you get little burbles. So I'm gonna... So as I said, traction control is off. The higher up the rev range you go, obviously the louder it is. But because obviously because traction control is off, I do not want to put my foot down too much because I'm not used to high powered rear wheel drive cars. So I am taking this one a bit easy. But oh my god, not even putting my foot down, and already there's so much drama and excitement. It's unreal. Oh my god, this is sick. Oh! Oh. even though you see me having so much fun, that's in sport mode. The moment you hit a switch and you put it over into comfort, everything is just so civilized. So it is tuned to ludicrous mode in like the MDM and traction off, but once you put it into comfort, everything just goes all the way down. Everything's all comfortable, and it's just a normal drive. Even with the H&R springs, this car is surprisingly comfortable. I'm on some British B-road back roads right now, and yes, it is bumping up a bit, but for what you buy and for the purpose that you buy this car, there is no reason why anyone would be complaining. The seats are perfectly comfortable. Everything is still M2 like. It weighs a bit less than the M2 competition, so you can take from that what you'd like. A lighter engine, a more tunable platform, because the S55 in the M2 competition has got a few barriers for tuning, but that's not to say it's not capable. It's just got a few barriers, whereas this, because it's been out for a much longer period of time, there's been a lot more developed for it. So I just like, this car is just like, who needs a Toyota Supra? Who needs a Supra? You've got this, it's got more power, and it's like, I mean, the Supra is a BMW anyways. So now traction off, foot down, drop a gear, second, foot down. This thing is absolutely ludicrous. From all the way comfort to just being a yobber when you want to be. Oh, if only my pockets were deep enough. So this car is still running the stock turbo, and obviously because MVM has put so many hours in fine-tuning and actually trying to find the limit of this turbo without it blowing up, they've managed to make it a safe, usable day-to-day, in and out, as still practical, everything. You can use this car can be a daily if you really wanted it to. So they managed to do that because of all the development work that they've done on the M2 platform, and the B58 and the N55 platform altogether in general. Even the S55, they have done a lot of work, and they know their stuff for the BMW platform. As we're coming to the end of our national speed limit road, we're going to jump out of the car in a minute, and I'm going to show you around the externals, the interior and the exhaust. And there is something cheeky in a very short period of time. So when that happens, I'll explain a little bit like when I get out of the car. But when that happens, oh my god, 200 miles an hour, we never know if it's been done in an M2 before, but this might be the first one. Let's show you underneath this bad boy quickly. This is where all the magic is. I have the intake, the BMS intake, CFS intercooler down there. I don't know if you can see it, NVM logo like spray painted on it. Tubes from where the methanol injection from the back goes in. I'll show you the tank in a minute, but that acts as like a fuel fill, so it helps cool the temperatures down. NV forged wheels. At the front we have 19 by 8.5, 19 by 9.5s, and at the rear we have 19 by 10.5s, and you can see they are wrapped in the best rubber as you can get, Michelin Pilot 4S's. In the boot, this is the methanol tank, as I was showing you at the front, where the tube runs through right there. That goes all the way through the front. Originally there is a tank being developed that houses right underneath there, that looks a lot sleeker than this, but it's been developed for like for more methanol to hold in there. So that's currently being developed. I think I have shown it on my videos before, but for now, yeah, we have this bad boy sitting right here. And dotted all around the car, you can see a little extra bit of carbon. This carbon fiber lip. We have the carbon fiber diffuser, and here's that Scorpion turbo back exhaust I was talking about earlier. That sounds absolutely insane. Now going a bit around the car, you can see the little slight gold touches that's been done, and down here we have more carbon from the front split, and that is a genuine. Then we have carbon fiber grills, we have the little gold surround going around there, everything just to make this car a bit more personalized. Carbon fiber everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Now going inside, we have some more gold touches, and that lovely, yeah, that danger switch right there, about like warning you that you're about to do something really insane. So I'm not actually meant to be telling you this, but there's a lot of work that's going into this car. I mean, a lot. And as I was mentioning earlier, that 200 miles an hour have never been done in an MT before, as far as I know, and this could potentially be the first one. Now obviously 440 brake isn't enough, and that's all I'm saying. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned, because I'll be trying my best to follow the work and progress that's been going into this car. And